Hello and welcome to Pratik Chess Videos.
Hello chess friends, today we are going to see a game between, well, today there is Rosanes and Anderssen, you got it. Today also is an Anderssen game. Anderssen is in this game very clever and cleverly reduces the opponent's chances and then just knocks it off the opponent. So let's start the game. The game started e4, e5, f4, e into f4. Well, the King's Gambit all the rage in 1863. Alright, so knight f3, g5, h4, g4, and then knight to e5. So knight to e5, this is the Kaiseritsky variation. And then after knight to f6, bishop to c4. Now knight into f7 is coming. And then d5, e into d5, bishop to d6 attacking the e5 pawn, d4, then knight to h5, and then knight to c3, and after knight to c3, well, see what happens. So now the thing is that, well, this reaches a rare thing. So after knight h5, knight c3 is pretty rare. Bishop b5 check is played. So bishop b5 check, and then, well, what's the thing? All right. See, so bishop b5 check was a dubious move. In fact, bishop c4 was actually a mistake. Well, d4 was later proved to be a much better move. Now d5, e into d5, bishop d6, d4, knight h4, knight h5, bishop to b5 check, dubious move, and then c6, good move. And now, well, Anderssen in action. It's time to change colors and play white. Play white means play against white, alright? So d into c6, b into c6, knight into c6, knight into c6, bishop into c6. Check, king to f8, good move. We give up the whole rook, bishop into a8, and then knight g3, rook to h2. Obviously, the unknown club player who was playing white wasn't clear whether black had sufficient compensation for the sacrificed rook. What and what do you think about the options like e.g. king to f2? Well, that's a riddle for sure. You have to solve that one. So after rook h2, bishop f5, bishop to d5, king to g7, and then knight to c3, rook to e8 check, king to f2, and then queen to b6. Any modern player will be jealous about Anderssen's confidence playing with a rook down. So yes, would be because, well, who Who plays a rook down? Damn, that's a bad one. That's a very bad one. So that's why after see, so queen to b6. Essentially, what happened is that black is here. Now the variations are pretty concrete, so you might need to get some help here. Knight to a4, queen a6, and then knight to c3. Well, now c4 if played, then we go genius mode and play queen into a4. Well, beautiful and brilliant move. b3, queen into a4 allows mate in 3. Oh, that rhymes. So, queen into a4, rook e2 check, king to g1, and find the mate. Rook e1 check, king f2, and then rook to f1 mate. And after b3, queen d7, and white is defenseless. So, well, knight c3, and now pause the video and think what would you play. Now it was just played bishop to f5, bishop to e5 in the most cold fashion possible. Brilliant move. You will you will say what's the idea. So a4 was a mistake which was played in the game. If d into a5, d into e5 is also a mistake because now queen b6 check comes, king e1, queen g1 check, king d2, and queen a3 mate is easy, but even the computer defense, the computer, this bishop e5 is easy, but even the computer defense, king g1 doesn't save white. Queen b6. Now Anderssen's idea doesn't work, which happened in the game. I'll not reveal that. So queen b6, rook h1, bishop into d4 check, king to h2, queen to f6 is crushing. And bishop to a4 is a mistake, a primitive defense preparing knight b5, but allowing black's final beautiful combination. Well, so now queen to f1 check, and sir, that will be a brilliant move. Queen into f1, bishop into d4 check, bishop to e3, and rook into e3. And now guess what? Mate in 1 is inevitable. Check it yourself. You cannot just evade the mate in 1. Despite the obvious inequality in the player's strength, this game gives a clear idea of the chess fashions of Anderssen's time. Yup, romantic it is. So king g1 and then rook to e1 is mate. Alright, so the game here ended, and let's delve a little bit more into the meat of the position. So first thing first here, the thing that happened is that black sacrificed his whole rook instead of the exchange on the 12th move. If black didn't would not get enough play if he sacrificed the exchange, but he calculated that by sacrificing the rook, all his pieces are coming in time to for the forces. Everything here started with c6. This was the start of the romantic game. So see what happens. So the romantic game here started from c6, and after c6 here d into C, B into C. Now takes, and then king to F8. And notice how the forces got in the game with tempos. Knight G3 attacking the rook, getting the knight. Bishop F5 getting the bishop, attacking the bishop. King G7 putting the king to safety and also threatening rook to D8 check. Still with tempo. Knight C3, black develops and white develops, and then rook to E8 check, bringing with tempo the rook. King F2 and then queen to B6. Now bringing the queen here, and that's a dangerous one. Now knight to A4 attacking the queen, and then queen to A6 placing the queen on the right diagonal with a tempo. Knight C3 and then bishop to E5, this incredible move. Also involving the C5 bishop, and then finally with the collaboration of all the pieces, black won the game. So this was the game. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icon. Thank you.